It's 2:17 in the morning. I'm not even alive or awake yet for this stuff in the morning. It's June 4th, 2023, California. Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which would be me. So yesterday I was out of it. I was watching the series of Earth Final Con. I hadn't seen this stuff since the beginning of the century. Actually, since it came out at the end of the 20th century and into the 21st century. Well, it's about 5 seasons. And I tell you, those 5 seasons, mentally I may have tried to understand it, and it was still depressing as hell then. I watch it now in a different perspective and a different point of view, and it's worse. He was a brilliant writer. I am not knocking against Gene Roddenberry. I love this guy like crazy. I loved his work, and I grew up as a Trekkie. However, living under a different emotional situations happening in my life. Losing people in my life that I loved. I don't know how the hell I was supposed to be able to deal with it all. I'm supposed to function. Yesterday I wasn't functioning at all. I got the triggers left and right, I got the roller coasters left and right. There's the landmines and then there's tsunamis and now the roller coasters. Good Lord, what else am I going to use them for? But the emotional trauma, the emotional... There's no adequate word to talk about when the grief hits and the depression is mixing in right there. It throws off a person's emotional and spiritual equilibrium. I mean, my God, I've been going crazy left and right and depressed as hell, and I still couldn't sleep all night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't deal. I couldn't function. There was no way in hell. I'm trying to function. I'm breaking down. And what scares me is I have to depend upon the kindness of the medical establishment. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe it. I can't say it. No. This cannot be. This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. I'm going to have to be depending upon the kindness of the medical establishment to keep my ass, not to mention keep my head and my spirits working. I'm going to have to start depending upon medications at this point over here. This is what I'm saying. I've already had bad trips enough as it is with medications that's already been prescribed. I don't think I want to deal with that kind of crap again. Yeah, I do hold pharmacy and doctors accountable. I mean, sure, they have kept me alive all this time, and I shouldn't have this deep-seated resentment against them for doing harm without even realizing they're doing harm. And I know it's me. I perfectly accept it. So if I'm going under, I'm going under. But the thing is what I can't deal with right now. I'm going to have to do this because bureaucracy demands it, but I can't sleep and I have to depend upon machines to put me to sleep. I sleep with a CPAP device. I've been sleeping with one, I've been sleeping with them since the turn of the century here. Some people can try other alternatives for it, and I just got used to it. I've also slept with wrist braces because I've had tendonitis in both wrists. So, in that essence, I had to get used to certain allowances. But put me as a lab rat. Now, I know I said earlier concerning about vaccinations. I'll do the vaccinations because I don't relish the idea of going into a hospital and having a ventilator put on me because I can't breathe. Because I was dumb enough to do something to allow my body to be put into a situation of that nature. It's bad enough I'm struggling with the emotional workings going on inside of me right now that I'm not actually putting myself out there in public and dealing with life there. No, I'm stuck here and I get triggered left and right. Home, family, loss of it. Setting examples. Hearing the examples. Hearing the stories. Don't apologize. You do not need to apologize. You cannot apologize for this. There is nothing you've done. And I'm telling who's ever watching this, it's not your fault. It simply is. It's simply me dealing with my deep-seated emotions of how I have missed him and borne everybody I've cared about and lost and never been able to do that in my lifetime. When Mom died in 2013, Dave, prior to that, was trying to get me to say that she's going to die, we got to get used to it, and I was denying it until she did die. And then afterwards, I just couldn't function. I turned into an emotional robot. Oh, I could function. I tried doing things. So he said I was in a state of denial. Mom was already dead. We just get to actions already. And I'm tearing myself apart. But we both had to numb ourselves being alcoholics, as we are, but we're recovering alcoholics. We all 12-step meetings all the damn time. Get busy all the time. We were told, you stay out of your head, you stay out of your head, you stay out of your head. It's us like keep shoving the dirt underneath the carpet until you see the mound under the carpet rising further, up. Guess when are you supposed to be taking care of that dirt, by the way? The pain is still buried in subconscious. It only had a limitation in there before it started driving me nuts. I took this school under a lot of reasons. I went to college. Dave tried it. Physically, he couldn't do it. He had a heart attack in school, so he wasn't able to deal with that stress and pressure. I went through it. I'm still about 1 year away left. And I've been there several years at the college. Taking 2 classes at a time. Really want to know how to do this thing as an old man without trying to kill myself. As a kid, 4 or 5 classes you're expected to take. I got kicked out after 2 years of GPA going. So I had to function that way. I had to function that way. And I kicked myself for 30 plus years, working my ass off full time in different jobs, going to a couple of business colleges or occupational centers just to get myself retrained to something else that I can actually earn more money. It's driving the mantra right there. The thing is, in order to get more money, you also needed to have an education in the academia. You need a BA or an MA to prove to the companies that you're working for that you're worthwhile, that you're leadership material, that you're this, you're that. Fucking, I'm a schlub, okay? Deal with this shit. I dealt with it all my life. I'm a schlub, alright? I screwed up. I'm a schlub. I deal with it. She passes away. Dave's having health issues through those days. And I have to be the 24/7. I have to be the legs. I have to do things. I had to do things for him. Just to keep you guys 2 dogs alive. And there's also been videos concerning about his mistakes I got trapped with as well. I may explain a little bit more detail if I can find the videos and relabel them properly. I know I got wind logs all over that damn place. But losing a big brother, your only kid, your only person that watches six, you watch his six. I couldn't deal with it, man. I couldn't deal with it. And some mornings I still can't deal with it. I'm trying, I'm struggling. Some mornings I get up and I'm barely able to deal with it. I can get a cup of coffee on the stove. Try to explain in a lot of videos that I got a bug war happening over the past several months already. I got an orchid guy coming in every week, but we still haven't got rid of the damn bugs. It is an apartment complex. We've got these bugs move from apartment to apartment to apartment in the walls. We have to nuke the entire lot to get rid of these sons of bitches. We keep them at bay. I'm not going to complain as much. But I don't live like I should. And I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to not having a microwave and a coffee maker. They're both areas that bugs can use to stay warm in. I already had one microwave shorted out already. I had the damn thing for about less than a year before you discovered this place is a good place to hide out and hang out and short the whole thing out. And then infest the coffee maker because I'm using that on a constant basis. So now I've got the stove. And the stove sucks. But I manage. A lot of coffee. You get Folgers instant crystals. You get hot water. You get a container full of sugar. You get some milk. There's your coffee right there. Come on, coffee. I'm supposed to be looking at myself in the morning, emotionally. I'm still feeling the depression right now. Tomorrow morning, I still got to get up my ass. I got to get it going. Before they get in here about 9 o'clock, 9:30. If I can get the place somewhat looking decent now. I'll come in, do the spraying, we'll have a nice little chit-chat for about 5 minutes. And then they'll leave and then hit somebody else over there. The rest of the time I'll go back to bed and sleep. Or maybe eventually I'll get my damn laundry going. Longer time than that. See, I don't live, I don't know what normal is anymore for me. I don't know what it is like to live normally. I used to be organized a bit. I wasn't a clean freak. But I tried to be a bit organized in certain areas that I had to keep utilizing. The kitchen was one of them, the living room did. My mother tried to drill it into me and my brother, mostly me, because I was born sloppy. And my mother was still, just get this place cleaned up, get the bathroom cleaned up. I got company coming over. Is this done? Is this not done? I heard that we got people coming over. Rush job on the bathroom situation, no matter what place we lived in. I was always taking care of the damn house. I was the maid, the butler, second-hand cook. My brother was the primary cook. We do the grocery runs. We clean up the house. I have to clean up the house. I got a dog that's getting older and older. I got blue pads on the floor. If she does anything, I replace the pads. I've got the depression knocking on my door left and right. I keep wondering if I'm going to be ending up in a damn psych ward somewhere. can't take care of myself as much. It's a hell of a confession to put on YouTube like this. And yeah, it's scary as hell, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying to put myself in this kind of vulnerable, exposed position, because nobody in their right mind does this damn shit. Nobody in their right mind talks about grieving or how mental health has affected that person, unless they really got a screw loose in their head and they don't know how to deal with it. Some days when I'm actually able to function, I can communicate to people, I can talk to them about what's going on videos. But when it comes down for real life, that's a different story altogether. I put up the damn veneer and the facade, and Mel smiles, and inside I'm broken, and I'm broken up. It's like, okay, Hollywood set. The Universal Studios, at least for some people in Florida, for me out here in Hollywood, you see the back lot. You see what the tour looks like when you've got the tram going through the sets. And you see the front. But sometimes they'll drive the trams in different areas that you actually see the back and how much they put into the facade on the outside, but on the inside it looks like shit. Well, imagine me rotting away. That's my structure, that's my support on the inside. Without having my family with me to give me better support instructions, I'm falling to pieces. I'm struggling with what I've got. I go to school and I'm not flunking. I'm putting everything of my effort into it. And I'm actually passing it. And with another next year, hopefully next 2024, I'll finally get a coveted diploma. Maybe the bargain basement during that time, but at least it's a start. And I had to take it slow that way because there was a hell of a lot of crap happening. Much. But I wasn't giving up on Dave, I wasn't giving up on Minor Shores, I wasn't giving up on me. Because I've been kicking my ass for almost 30 years and I was pissed off about it. Saying, I gotta get this done. I made a promise to him. I made a promise to Dave, and sure as hell made a promise to me. I'm making a promise to God at the same time. Even if it's just an AA degree for right now, and I happen to pass away. If I happen to die, then I'll be disappointed because I didn't get up to the BA or to the MA. Sure, it'd be weird as hell of me getting up to the PhD, and I'll be really owing everybody, wouldn't I? Shit. But I'm doing the best I can for right now as it is. I'm still emotionally shaky. I'm still emotionally screwed up right now, so I'm still trying to deal, trying to cope, trying to function. How else am I supposed to be? I don't know. But I know I can talk a mean game of politics. I know I can talk about certain references left and right when it comes down to my life and everything else around me. So. But this is how I'm doing this morning. What's the game plan for right now? Trying to get some of this stuff cleaned up. Because tomorrow morning they're coming. And I gotta get something worked on here. I gotta get sleep. Only if my mind and my body will allow me to do so in the first place. Other than that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have a real fun night. Because eventually my head is going to explode on me and I'm just going to go out with it. Sleep deprivation to a point and you're not even functioning correctly. It's been proven scientifically on this one. I take many naps during the daytime, unfortunately, trying to get myself realigned, but I'm so screwed up right now, so it'd be funny. I had a doctor trying to give me some kind of sleep medications. I didn't take him. I didn't even get to the pharmacy. I didn't feel like a damn lab rat, but the thing is, I gotta get past the damn... I gotta get past that damn thing. I gotta get past that damn thing. It's gonna be kicking my frickin' ass. And it is gonna be putting me into the grave. Well, because I'm allowing this damn thing to put me in the grave. Aren't I special? Shit. Anyway. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.